Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Today we are reacting to, he opened up to his wife and she mocked him. After it goes viral, she apologizes. If you guys enjoy these type of reactions, please leave a like on the video as well as leave in the comments any other videos y'all would like me to react to. Last but not least, everybody subscribe. We are almost at 100 subscribers. I'm 15 away. Please subscribe. Leave in the comments any other videos y'all would like me to react to. And you can also DM me any other videos y'all would like me to react to. Let's go ahead and get right into this.
All right, today's topic. So this went viral. And
all right,
a lot of people already trying to do with their opinion, but I figured I would show Preach because I don't think he's seen any of this.
Hold on. My boy Abba got a fresh cut. Okay.
Here you go.
Hey, what are you doing? I came out to check on you.
Huh?
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I'm looking at this.
What is it?
It's wire. It's a spool of wire. And I'm almost out of it. Can you see the spool of wire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost out of it.
Okay.
And I've had this spool of wire for like 40 years. I bought it like this it's not a long time ago, but it's like 40 years of my life is in the wire that's gone. Does that make sense? This is what's left.
Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that, and sad for you, but you're wearing your Jets hat, and I'm a little concerned right now that you're wearing your Jets hat. I thought that's why you were crying.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
Wait, what?
First thing, I'm about to reveal a secret that you gals don't know. Sometimes when you ask us, what are we thinking about? We say nothing. 75% of the time, it's actually nothing. But there's a 25% of the time that it's things like that. Yeah. And we know you won't understand.
Exactly.
Or won't grasp. Or won't understand the ramification or where we're coming from. So we shut the fuck up and we just say nothing. We put it in the nothing bin. Because it's nothing. It's actually nothing to you. It's really nothing. It's nothing to fuss about. It's nothing that we really want to talk about. It's nothing that you're going to be able to understand. So technically, we're not lying. It's nothing. Okay?
Right.
Second thing, he was just trying to open up on some bullshit. 40 years. It's like you kind of have a relationship with certain things. And it's kind of over. It's not so much about the spool of wire. Oh my God, I got a connection with some wire. It's not that. It's not that. It's the realization that 40 years of your life passed. When you just talk about, yo, I'm 40, it's tough to comprehend. But when you remember when you bought that stool, that spool of wire, you remember when you bought it, and you see the little chunks and the bits that you use of it. And when you bought it, it was so big, it was huge. You didn't think it would never end. Mm-hmm. You think it would never end. That spool would never end. And now, 40 years later, it's about that time to separate. And it's kind of an image of everything. Exactly. It's an image for this channel. It's an image for this friendship. It's an image for life. It's an image for your living here, your relationship with certain people. All these things that you think and you take for granted last forever, but they don't. All them good memories that you have, memories don't live like people do, will eventually be gone. And it's hard to materialize or to understand, but he, for once in his life, had that spool of wire in his hand that he remembers where he got it, and now it's coming to an end, and it's in front of him. That's why he's crying. And then when he shared that, you brushed it off. So when shit like that happens, I don't think he's gonna want to necessarily share more stuff. I think that's a lot of
that'd be the problem with females, bro. Like, a guy will, as dumb as it might sound, or you might not understand it or whatever, but when a guy actually tells you what's on their mind, bro, that is not the time for you to be bashing them, bro. Because most of the time, they never tell you what's on their mind. The one time they tell you, now you over here clowning him for crying. He crying over a stool of wire that he bought 40 years ago. He's crying because he just remembered all 40 years that he dealt with all the pain, all the suffering, everything he's dealt with in 40 years since he first bought that stool of wire, and now it's gone. Him seeing that it's gone made him refresh everything in his mind. So why are you bashing him? You sat here and said, I thought it was because of a jet hat. Like, girl, I'll walk away too.
Things sometimes, a lot of mans, it's okay for women to share things, and it's okay if they cry and stuff like that, and it's all right, and we've accepted it. But man, it's gonna be very tough to comprehend them, and we don't even give them a chance to even explain how deep that shit is. And when we get shut the door like that in our faces, we're not gonna do it again, ever. See, whenever you get the door shut in your face, you do it again to another girlfriend. You're like, fuck that bitch. That's cool. You do it again. We don't have any space. We don't have any place. When it's shut, it's shut.
So there's a third thing. There's three things.
No, I said 1, 2, 3. Is it 3 things? No, it's a couple of things. Let me just say a couple. So I went like
2.
that. Maybe.
It's
No, it's not 2. It was 1. The 25.
You don't have to explain. It's fine.
Cool.
It was very good.
You did
lied
good.
at first, but it's still.
I lied.
Just wait. I didn't mean to brush off everything you just said.
I will never share it again.
Listen.
I will never share. I was sharing some shit. No, don't get off me. I was sharing.
Never mind.
Never mind. No, go ahead. It's just your turn.
I was gonna say, I definitely
when you.
So when he was talking about, I was like, I still have this, and this represents good 13 years of my life. This jacket.
I've never seen you wear that shit again. Why you keep it?
Why do I keep it? Because when I look at it, I get a wave of emotions pretty much every single time. This is like, and you guys understand, Canada, it gets cold. This thing right here, look how thin it is. This was my winter jacket for a long time. And people used to see it, and every time it had a new hole, because it would rip. And so I would fix it. And you guys can see some of the patches. You can see some of the bleach stains. You can see right here, like this black, but it wasn't like that originally. I patched it all up because it kept ripping at the cuffs. Another patch, you can see that right here. It's like a different color almost. There's so many of them. Some of them are, some of them are a different color.
Yeah.
Like this one's green. That's what we patched it. And shout out to my homegirl who did this for me. She was really good. You can even see where it rips here. But all this to say, through a lot of like the very difficult times in my life, this was like my only jacket. I really kind of carried me through a lot of different seasons. People would always see this jacket. It was a little bit iconic for me. But I remember at one point I was like, all right, it's time to retire it. And I couldn't throw it away. Couldn't get rid of it. No one's going to wear this. It's too busted up. But it means so much to me. And it's just something about it when you get into different phases of your life, or you start to feel your age in different ways, or you're going through different things where you're looking at life from a different perspective. You're looking at this item you can no longer wear or experience. And you're like, oh. And sometimes you forget memories, and then you look at an item, and it brings a whole wave of things back. Certain struggles and different times and people you met along the way. And it's like a reminder of your own mortality in some ways. It's like, oh, I'm going through different phases. Like this is going to the next one and the next one, and I'm no longer that person I was before. So yeah, objects are objects, but they could be so much more. It's kind of like people. People are people, but if you've bought it with them, if you've gone through things with them, if you've experienced, there's so much more. And it's the same thing with the things in our lives. They are tied to.
That goes down to like you being in a relationship, and like y'all break up, and then the girl want to be friends after. It's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, like we done been through so much together. I've been so committed to you. I cannot just be your friend after that. It's either we together or we not. And that goes down to the same situation. Like sometimes the value of something increases over time, and it gets to the point where it's like it can never devalue back to what it was originally. You just will never see it other than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Parts of our mind that are locked away from us. You know, these are things that are locked away. You cannot have them. But then you hold something, or you listen to a song, and then you live all that. And I think when I was listening to this man, and he was looking at the object, it seemed like he was looking at his own mortality. 40 years is a lifetime for many.
And you thought there was so much in that spool of wire.
And you're seeing it end. And then you're probably also facing different things in your life that are making you realizing, like, the end is coming.
Yeah.
And it's just a moment where you're like, and maybe you have regrets. Maybe you have things that you miss. Maybe it's people that he worked on construction gigs that are no longer there. The parents he probably did some work for who may have passed on. You know, the kids he may have built things for who moved on to college. There's all kinds of different things you can imagine. But I think in moments like that, and listen, I'm not going to admonish her too hard because I think what she did is bad. But, you know, sometimes somebody can go through a moment and you might be just brushing it off. Fine.
The thing is...
But I think it's just good for everyone to just be able to see that and be like, hey, that was what it looks like sometimes when men open up. Mm-hmm. And it's okay for it not to look like the way maybe women would traditionally open up. But it's important to be able to acknowledge those moments and not dismiss it when it happens.
Yeah. There's a Quebecer expression that I really like because it really means, it englobes everything that you saw in that video. The expression goes, "Y'en reste moins qu'en restait." You say that usually about your week, whenever you had a week and it's like Friday or you know, Thursday, and people was like, "Yo, how's your week?" Comment était ta semaine? Y'en reste moins qu'en restait, which means there's
less left than what there was before.
What there was before, exactly. Just that expression, it's about your life as well. Listen, the male expectancy is what, 75? I'm 42. I'm more than half.
It's even lower for black men.
It's even lower for black men.
Oh.
But I'm rich. Y'all reste moins.
He said, but I'm rich.
No, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
what you saying?
Yeah.
But I'm rich. I try to get like you, my boy. I try to get like you.
But it's still lower.
Yeah.
Y'en reste moins qu'en restait. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Y'en reste moins qu'en restait.
You know, I can speak to moments like this in my life where I've decided to start sharing something that was like incredibly important and personal to me. Because I'm not somebody who overly does that with partners. I'm definitely, you know, to myself. But if I think I'm really falling for somebody and I want them to really see me, then there are things I'll tell them. And there's definitely been some times where I've done that. And if the response wasn't dismissive, no, I think dismissive is the right word. It's just like, I'm like, see me, and they close their eyes. Mm-hmm. That is a different type of rejection because you don't really ask too many people in your life to truly see you. It doesn't happen. I know I don't. I don't want everybody to see me. Y'all see parts of me, but all of me is a different thing. And depending on where you are in that relationship, it could be the end. It could be very difficult to come back from that. Mm-hmm. Depending on the type of personality you have. For me, it was really hurtful, for sure. And I don't think she intended to. But yeah, I don't know. I just remember that moment very distinctly and being like, ugh. And I wasn't mad at her. I was mad at myself.
Yeah, because you opened up.
Right.
Because I chose this person and I chose incorrect.
Yep.
Yeah, and you that's you showing your vulnerability. And they say, nah, men need to be more vulnerable. No, you need to be vulnerable with the right people. It's not everybody that deserves that. That's not everybody that deserves that part.
Facts.
Me to open up. But you need to open up more. Maybe you just don't deserve that shit.
Facts.
I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with that. I don't trust you with that. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Also, this is the other side of the coin. It's also your responsibility to open up appropriately. Some people want to wrong you and then open up, right? They'll do something dirty to you and then they want to tell you all their life's trauma that led them to do that dirty thing. That's not the same thing. You might be stressed from a long fucking day of work and you're dead tired just trying to sleep, and I might choose that moment to open up. It's not the right time. You have to have some grace also and understand the other person's perspective. Just trying to balance that portion out. But yeah, do you want to see more?
Facts.
No.
You're going to see more anyways. A lot of people react to this. It went viral. A lot of people chimed in. The couple decided to respond. And there's all kinds of things being said.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw this. Yeah, the lady. Yeah.
So they'd been married just a couple months before this post apparently went up. They had a YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, here it is.
That's the book they wrote? Mm-hmm. Good for them.
I just thought it was ironic.
It is.
No, that's very ironic.
That couple is the one who's writing a book on communication.
Is it on communication? It's a new approach to communication. Maybe it's not a good one, but it's an approach. It's a new one.
Nothing about that felt new.
It's like,
That
yo,
felt old.
why are you crying?
Retried.
Yeah, no. It's
redid.
It's a new approach.
Refried.
It's a new approach.
Microwave.
Whenever you open up, let me film you and put it online. That's a new approach. That's a new approach. And then brush it off.
Well, to be fair, she might not have known that he was going to open up. I don't know why they posted that, but let's learn some more. All right, here we go. So she got a video that.
Hey everyone, I'm here today to talk about Wiregate. I know that we've had a lot of comments about our video. It's been very interesting to say.
Okay, I'm going to say it, and I'm probably not going to have much people agreeing with me. Some of y'all are too old for TikTok. I don't care what nobody says. I really think that way.
The least. None of which I took personally, but what Dan and I did see through all of the comments and all of the responses is that relationships struggle with transparent conversation. Relationships struggle with the honest responses. We have a very unique relationship and we play a lot. And just for the record, Dan is fine. And he's going to be home in just a minute. So
Dan is fine. I bet. That's probably good his response every time you ask him anything from now on.
What are you thinking about? I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Nothing. I'm
Man
good.
could be holding 10
That's what I said.
things a wire.
That's what I said, though. That's what I said.
You did call it.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
though.
Dan, I bet Dan is
That's what
fit.
I said. Don't worry about that. What you thinking about? Fucking nothing.
Whoa.
Fucking nothing. But he's gonna say, fine.
And apparently there's another one where they talk together. So
That's fine.
So I can't thank everybody enough for all the comments that you have sent to us about this video that we posted the other day.
He's still wearing the Jets
I
hat.
didn't take anything personal on this side. Thanks for the comments. I don't know, man.
and those comments were flaming her. Let's keep listening.
There were some people that said, sorry, some people that said it was a setup or planned. No, dude. I had this feeling about this as I was using this wire a couple weeks ago, and I kept thinking about it, and I decided to just put it on and talk about my life feels like it's dwindling. I blindsided my wife. I asked her to come out and film this because I had this feeling that I just wanted to put this on something, and I did. She had no idea, and she made a joke about my Jets hat, and many people took that as really poor taste. She's the most loving, amazing person I've ever had. Our communication is incredible. What we do have to talk about at the end of the day is men, women, everybody being listened to, because that struck a nerve in a lot of people.
What's the noise in the background? Is that her playing and not listening?
Oh, did you think it was? I thought it was a dog chewing on a bone.
Maybe.
It sounded like a dog. Okay, and now let's listen to them together. Last one.
Hi, welcome. I'm Dan.
And I'm
this
Cindy.
is Cindy. Dan actually is known as the Wire Man, which is not bad, but very interesting. And we're going to have a conversation with you about our experience this week, about everything we went through.
Never in our wildest dreams did we think we'd get the response that we got from this video.
First, we're going to address the video. I had an idea for a couple weeks about doing this video because I had been working with some wire that I bought many, many years ago, and I remember how big it was, and I thought I will never go through this wire. And I just had a couple moments with it, and I asked Cindy, I said, come out and film this. There's something I want to do on this. And I had no idea where it was going to go or even if we'd post it. But
Neither did I.
and neither did you. And so she just came out to the front porch where I sat with this wire, and I kind of told this story that I was feeling in the last couple weeks. And I might have explained that, and some of you might have heard that. And I just asked her to film. And then at the end, she made a comment about the Jets hat. So I want to look at this in two ways. The first way is maybe you
Take a breath. Take a breath.
The first way is how much I appreciate the people, men and women, that resonated with what I was doing. I saw one comment was, "Oh, it's all staged," and then I saw another comment that's, "Oh yeah, check out .032 and tell me this would be the best actor in the world." Well, let me be clear: it was not staged. It was not planned. I just said, "Put this on film. I want to." I don't know. Maybe for my grandkids, whatever. Cindy came out and filmed.
But not to interrupt you, but we do that quite often. If we have a feeling, a thought, something we say to each other, we're like, grab the camera, this might end up being something good. We do that often.
It did.
Right.
So when you said
Yeah,
grab
bunch
the
of attention
camera,
like
I was
that.
like, I'm on it. Like, I don't know
Right.
what he's doing, but I'm on it.
We do. We never stage anything. Oh my God, some of the comments and some of the things that people said about men that had stuff from their fathers that had been around a long time, and every time they go use the tackle box, they see the pliers. You know
Well,
who you
it's
are.
just like my coffee cup. My dad drank from a coffee cup on a Friday morning. and died on Sunday. And I drink from that coffee mug. Thank you for making my coffee every Friday that coffee mug. And I think that there's, there are things that people hold on to.
What's wrong?
Sorry.
Don't say nothing stupid.
Fucking laisse-le parler, dog. This thing is about opening up. This motherfucker opening up. She's interrupting to talk about a fucking mug. Laisse-le parler. You wrote a book on communicating? The first step of communication is shutting the fuck up and listening. If you want to hear what the person has to say. Sometimes, girl. It's just that. I'm sorry. It's
okay. Get off.
It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. But hey, maybe I'm reading too much into this.
You are. Calm down.
As the comment said, that, it just kind of brings the memory alive. And I think that's, your spool is just stirring a lot of good memories for you, especially with your brother.
You have to do that?
What? You have to do that?
J'ai rien dit. No, because she spoke about his brother.
And he didn't like that?
Man, c'est comme he's already emotional.
Bro, he said that because she spoke about his brother. This whole video, we haven't heard anything about his brother, so this is the first time we hearing about this. It's not for her to bring up. That's another thing that he told her about, that she low-key just, went out her way to, put out there. Like, you didn't have to say that.
All about this spool of water and everything and stuff.
And
so
then,
you went. So
and then she
so
goes,
it's now that you're doing all this shit. It's like when you normally you.
Is that what you, I thought she was. I thought he was mad because she just brought up. It sounds like his brother died.
Yes, and then it's gonna make him cry. It's gonna make him cry.
That's
but on top, like it's like yo,
because he didn't bring it up himself.
You know what it is? What it feel? Should I sit now? No, I'll wait after. Okay. No, fuck it, I'll sit now. You know what it's if it makes me feel like? It makes me feel like she's like yada yada yada. I understand what you're trying to do.
Okay.
I got it. Yeah, your brother died, spool. Yeah, we get it. Memories.
Now I want to talk about the second part. And the second part is Cindy's response to what I was telling her. We share everything. She knows everything about me. And she made that comment. She wasn't thinking about anyone else seeing it, and she wasn't even planning it. She was actually speechless. Right?
I was listening to you talk, but so often we listen and we're thinking about what we're going to say to someone, and we're not really hearing them. And I had no idea what he was doing. Like, we've done a lot of things over, the last year or two, and I'm like, God, he's really good at this. And so I'm standing there thinking, is he acting or is he, doing something? And so of course my mind was on, how do I respond? How do I pull him out of this? We had just had a conversation about how the Jets suck.
How to pull him out of this?
No, because it's just a video. I understand what she's trying to say because you filmed this. All right, I'm filming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, you're crying. Like, is it supposed to be funny? Well, let me just loop it up with a good joke. You know what I mean? Sometimes we do that as comedians. We just there's a situation where we crowd work and it's not good. We try to get. The thing is that she's not a professional.
She's
I think I understand what she was trying to say.
But I'm confused. They run like a channel on communication to try to capture real moments in their lives. Why would you pull your partner out of an emotional moment that they're having?
Because it's awkward for them.
So?
Yes, I agree with you.
That's your partner.
Yes.
That's like my girl being like, I'm upset about something someone did to me at work. And I'm like, try to joke out of it when she's trying to explain herself. Yeah, you're just wrong.
Especially if you're filming it.
Who cares if you film it? Who cares if you film it? Why? Because you could just delete it. You're not live streaming. The filming part doesn't even matter.
Fair.
Yeah.
You can literally put your phone down if you want to get your partner to have a conversation. If you're uncomfortable with it, what makes the point of this? I don't get it. To me, what she's saying just don't make much sense.
No, you don't get the pressure.
Pressure of?
The pressure of filming because of there's a camera there. Sometimes I feel the pressure because there's a camera there. That's why sometimes I cannot get my points across, and then I'm put on spot with a video I haven't seen. I have to fucking get information out there, so I can understand that part where she messed up. It doesn't completely absolve her of everything that she did and everything and stuff. I understand. I'm like willing to be like, Sure.
Okay.
I kind of understand what you're saying.
Fair.
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, fuck that. That makes complete sense. No, I'm gonna be like, camera, this and that, filming. You don't even know what the direction is. You don't know. You have no direction. You don't know where you're going with this shit. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what he's trying to do. He just said, go ahead, film. From what they're saying, and I'm gonna take that as it is the word. So I can understand that. I'm not completely.
I guess to me, it's just one of them situations where if I think we're doing a funny video and I start recording, and then my partner starts breaking down crying about something, I would just put my phone down.
100%.
Yeah.
I would just
100%.
change. Like, I wouldn't keep doing what I'm doing. To me, it's a weird thing to be like, are you crying? What is it about your dead dog? Lassie's been dead for 20 years. I wouldn't.
And that's because you got common sense. And you know what the thing about common sense is? It's not that common.
We had just had a conversation about how the Jets suck, and
Fair.
we're just huge fans. We travel to New York every year to see them, and we had this conversation, and we were so sad that they had such a bad year, and then I see him sitting there with that hat on, and I was like, "You're wearing your Jets hat after we talked about them having such a bad year." So it was maybe a poor response on my part. But I think if you understand who we are and how we talk to each other and, the interactions that we have, I mean, all of our friends are like, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Like, the video was no big deal. But the people that don't know us, don't understand us, really were offended. And I want to address the idea that there's a difference between intention and perception. And I am sorry that your perception of me was what it was.
Okay, people, this is a time to learn some shit. When
She on y'all head, internet. She on y'all head, internet, because y'all keep doing this. I keep telling y'all, stop doing this. Stop doing this, bro. When you see a 5-minute clip and your perception is crazy about the person, but their intention was never that. Y'all gotta stop doing this, bro. Stop running with these 6-second clips and trying to make an image for somebody. Stop. Y'all gotta stop.
Yes, I'm sorry you took it the wrong way. That is not a sorry. That's not an apology. You know how I know? I do that sometimes. Sometimes I'm saying sorry, but I'm not sorry. But people want to hear, because I really don't care. I don't think I did anything wrong. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry you took it that way. At least I'm sorry for something. But I'm not going to apologize for me doing that thing. And that's what it is. That's not an apology.
I'm sorry you took it that way. It's just my way of saying.
But she don't have to apologize. Who are y'all? Like, who are y'all? Exactly.
Here's this accountability. It's yours.
Y'all are nobody.
Yes,
That's what you're doing. You're putting it on them.
And sometimes, and to be fair, sometimes you haven't done anything wrong.
Sure.
I can understand that.
But we all acknowledge.
But you also, you're saying
you're not apologizing.
You're not apologizing.
Yeah.
But if you're seeing that from a third person's perspective, like on social media, you don't know the backstory of anybody. Right. And for everybody to assume that she's callous and she's not a nice person and I should leave her, and you're way, way off base. You have no idea what our relationship is like, because this relationship for me is the mother lode. I've never experienced a connection with someone like I do. I've never been felt hurt once. And many people thought, oh my God, she hurt him by not listening to him. So let's just say that you're mistaken. That was an inside joke between us, and she didn't know where this was going to go, and I didn't know this was going to go. But because it touched so many people, we're actually grateful, regardless of people wanting to jump on Cindy for her reaction.
Right.
We are grateful because we think that people will think more about man's vulnerability. Mm-hmm. We will think more about truly listening to each other, and we will also think more about judging someone when we don't know the whole story.
Exactly.
I think it's interesting.
But you saying that the internet's still gonna do what the internet do, it don't matter, bro. Like, yeah, situations like this happen and then the internet get debunked every time. And they still continue doing what they do. So y'all can't let this get to y'all. Y'all did what y'all had to do. Y'all apologize. Y'all made y'all videos about it. Just move on. The internet gonna continue doing what the internet do. It's just what it is, bro.
that he apologized for springing that on her.
But she didn't apologize for hurting his feelings or whatever the fuck she did.
Yeah, and even though he says she's never hurt him, if what he says is true and that was a genuine moment, he looked like he was hurt in that video. And it's his claim that what happened in that video is real. It looked real to me. Did it look real to you?
Yeah.
He looked hurt. So do I believe that she didn't hurt him in that moment? No, I don't believe that. That being said,
Coconuts in Barbados.
3 things. People running in and saying, divorce her, I would never marry this person.
Calm down.
Here we
You know,
go.
the internet's so reactive because you see one moment in someone's relationship and you judge it in its entirety. And at the same time, the internet will say people give up on relationships too fast. It's like the weirdest juxtaposition.
That's true.
And the only reason this video went viral is because it's not a sweet moment. It's not a nice moment. They probably have dozens of videos where they're being really kind and nice to each other, and none of you react to that. Y'all see one bad moment and you like, she's a whore, she's a bitch, and you should leave her. Internet's always like that when it comes to other people's relationships.
Yeah.
Now, in the internet's defense, these people put their relationships up there
Out
to
of
be
context.
judged.
Out of context.
True.
You know,
True.
you
True.
put up these clips.
True.
You can't expect people to know your whole entire life.
True.
So-
But some people, it's gonna go back to the Travis Hunter situation. I hate talking about this, but some people don't put their internet on their internet. Don't put their relationship on the internet, and people still try to find their way into it off of clips and stuff. So
So
It's-
if
it's
you're
a-
not okay
it's a
with public
lose-lose
scrutiny
with the internet,
to
bro.
this degree,
Quit.
this may not be for you.
Quit.
I'm going to be honest. So those are the 2 things I would say. Like, look, she could be a good partner. She could not be. I don't know. But everyone else pretend like they do off that one moment. I don't know. It's a bit bizarre to me. They say they're happy in their relationship, and you got to just let people kind of figure out themselves. Because if
Thank
you're not
you.
there in their day to day, if you don't see all the labors of love that she may be doing for him, vice versa, the things that he needs that she offers, you're not really in a position to tell him what he should look for. But that's what I would say. What do you think?
Mind your
agree.
business.
I'm not gonna repeat what you said,
Okay.
but yeah, I agree with you.
Okay. Beyond that, anything else you said about this couple?
Most people are gonna be there commenting. If you're on your 3rd baby daddy and then you went back to your ex or whatever, whatnot, you shouldn't be talking about that video. Tell me you should leave. Shut up. Look with it. Okay. Go from both sides. I'm not talking to women. I'm not talking to men. I'm talking to everybody up here. Okay. All right.
Exactly.
These people are married. That means something. You should work through that.
It's one moment.
It's a moment. At every relationship, you're going to have moments where you hurt your partner or you say something that's not on the right vein. You talk it through, you figure it out after. For people online to come in and say break up, like, it's so bizarre to me. But I digress.
Because people want to have the impression that they have the solution right away. And they can read situation right off the bat. Hey, okay, I get it. Leave. No, it's not like that.
Yeah, well, anyways, that's it for today's video. Let us know what you guys think.
Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like. Leave in the comments any other videos y'all would like me to react to. You can also DM me on Instagram. I will react to any videos y'all sending me. And subscribe. We are almost at 100. I'll see you guys in the next one.